Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to an episode of Dirt Nation Off-Road. So today, we're going to be kicking off our build on the Tacoma for King of the Hammers 2021. Now, King of the Hammers 2020, we went last year. It was a lot of fun. Really didn't do anything special. I mean, we flooded the Tacoma. That was cool and all, but we didn't do anything in terms of a build or anything like that. This year, we're actually doing builds on the Tacoma as well as the Gladiator. Now, if all goes well and everything goes smoothly, you guys have already seen that King of the Hammers video. We'll link it below, and you've seen both trucks and their builds and everything that we've done to them. What we'll be doing in this video is doing a build to kind of a journey up until that point. 3 weeks away from King of the Hammers, and we have a lot of things to take care of, especially on this truck, and George has a long list of things to do for the Gladiator. So we're gonna get started today. It's getting a little dark, so we don't have that much time to do stuff, but we're gonna start with removing our snorkel. For the first time in almost 2 years that we've had this snorkel, finally gonna be taking it off. We are not gonna be a celebration of Snorkel Gang anymore, because we're gonna be doing something new, and that's this right here. So we're gonna be installing a fiberglass wide body kit on the Tacoma, and that's in anticipation for the wrap that's coming next week. So we're gonna get started with taking off the Safari snorkel. I'll be getting rid of that, and then I gotta take off the bed rack as well as some other things so that we can start installing this fiberglass tomorrow. So you're not gonna see much, maybe just a time lapse, something like that, of taking this out, maybe kind of how it's held up and everything underneath, so you guys can see that part of it. And then we'll jump to tomorrow and this following weekend when we start to install this fiberglass. So gonna be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get it. All right, losing light quickly. We're gonna start by taking off a couple 10s. If I didn't have to get rid of the snorkel, I wouldn't, because this snorkel has been pretty good to us, especially when we talk about King of the Hammers last year. Pretty much saved my motor, considering how many times I've dunked this thing. When I dunked it at King of the Hammers, all the times I dunked it at Azusa, you know, this snorkel has been solid. And if we can find a way to do a snorkel with the wide body kit, we will. But for now, we're gonna take it off, because besides the mudding that we did in our Hesperia trip that you saw recently, RIP my alternator, we haven't been really doing much mudding, water crosses, or anything like that. So saw the opportunity to get something new, decided to take advantage of it, and then if we can bring the snorkel back, we'll do it, because snorkel's for traction. And then underneath here, we have that hose clamp to take off, as well as, I believe these are 12s or 14s that are just holding the snorkel on. And then it's actually just as simple as that. Here goes nothing. There goes the GoPro. Why is it so hard to take off? There we go. Jesus Christ. There it is. Bye-bye snorkel. Oh, light's off. Let's turn the light on. There it is. Bye-bye to Snorkel Gang. Very good. Da, 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 da. Shoot. That's ugly. So, obviously I got the snorkel off last night. Got a little dark, so I didn't really get too much footage, but you guys saw what you saw. But yes, our cut is bad. Go back and watch the video. We're noobs. It is what it is. But inspecting the damage, now luckily this fender is getting completely replaced with the fiberglass one. But over here, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do, just so we don't get water in the cab. Maybe I'll do a decal or do something else. I don't know, Bondo, who cares. And next I'm gonna take off this bed rack, and then after we actually install the fenders, I'm gonna take off the sliders so that we can get them all cleaned up. And then at this point, it's just to continue to strip this thing down, getting it ready for, I'm gonna fix as much of the body damage and maybe like paint stuff, and then get it ready for a wrap. Tearing apart this front end in order to get these fiberglass fenders on. Couple call outs. Mud makes everything terrible. It's so hard to take everything apart. just popping off clips at this point, and then we're gonna start unbolting the fenders. There's a bunch of 10s all over the place, and then they should come right off, and then go from there. Look at that, it's off. How strong is fiberglass though? Is it bend not break situation? Like it'll flex?
Oh yeah, the fiberglass. Well,
It'll.
you saw the fender on the FJ.
That's true. Let's go look at the. Oh, you took it off already, huh? Did you take off the?
Yeah.
Where's the busted one? We're gonna go straight to the rollover expert here. He's part of the rollover club with Buro and Temo. By the way, yeah, Lunch Money Hill Challenge.
So that fender, the whole vehicle was on that fender.
So it fell on that fender, and you didn't really do anything to, like, it was just, it went back to its own shape.
Yeah,
on its own.
Did. I did this when I tried to force that door, well, the broken door open.
Nice.
This was laying on the side too.
And that just took it like nothing.
And it just did that right there.
That's not bad at all.
That's a little chip for me, but I mean, yeah, the fiberglass will take a big hit.
Yeah, well,
compared to.
We're gonna find out for sure. If there's anybody to find out about
Like
the strength of
here,
something,
honestly, if this was fiberglass,
it would just scratch
It would
off.
be scratched.
That's it.
Exactly, it'd be scratched.
So you could just rewrap
Worst
it.
case scenario, if it broke, you could repair it. Okay, so what we need to do next?
We got our first mock-up. So Paul actually taped the side of the door right here, and that's to save the paint as because to show you guys, when it comes to fiberglass, it's not a bolt-on situation. You kind of have to drill your own holes, and you have to cut stuff, and you have to kind of make it a finished product in order to fit it on your vehicle. So that's what Paul's going to be taking on and off a bunch of times. So in order to save my precious paint that's never been damaged before, he put some tape right there. Very good. That'll do. So continuing, he's just chopping holes here and there after marking where he wants to do each hole. Then should bolt up no problem.
Yeah, I don't think no problem.
No issues here.
Look at that.
Whoa, what the fuck? No shit, Paul. That's cool. Just for a time reference, most of the work that Paul has done into this whole entire process has been spent on this single piece right here. Cutting it and fitting it. Which you do have to buy this piece. If you get the fiberglass, you have to get this piece separately. Which it comes at this big old long honking piece. This is for if you guys do stock. See how it goes all the way down right there, as if you have stock fenders or a stock bumper. But very good. And there we go. So this ended up being bolted to this with 2 nuts and bolts, and then right here we have a speed nut with a bolt coming through this. So this is held into place. The light with all its broken clips still held into place. Yes, I know there's mud on the inside. I'm getting those replaced. Don't worry about it. Mind your damn business. But that's all good to go. And then we're gonna do a trimming of the bumpers next. You can see that's how much wider it just got. That's a lot. Jesus.
Damn, these 35s look small.
Now they do, especially these big old. Look at that. 35s look tiny. Working on the second side. Onto the hardest of parts.
Aye.
There it is. Front fiberglass fenders, wide body kit on the Dirtnation Tacoma. Tune in tomorrow when we'll be back to try and get the bedsides done in one day. But we'll have a little help, just a little bit. So that's it for now. See you guys tomorrow. All right, welcome to the next day. Let's take a look. I know I showed you guys last night, but ooh, thick. And today we're gonna be starting on the rear. Already took off the rear bumper, so I'm doing like a hardcore pre-runner look right now, which, okay, we'll rock that. We'll rock that in the streets for a week. This is gonna require some work because I know you gotta do some things with the tailgate down here in order to get it all to fit, and the lights and everything. But these actually just unbolt, which is a lot cooler than older trucks, because older trucks like Winchers right here, you'd have to chop the bed because the bed is all like one piece. With this, it's not the case. It's a composite bed, and these bed sides bolt on. So shouldn't be too bad. But gonna head over to Paul's now, waiting for our help for the day, which is gonna be Mr. B Wrenchin', George himself. This f***ing guy. Yeah.
Zebra style?
Well, this is pre-wrap.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Dang, that looks nice.
Okay, quick check-in. We took off the tailgate, took off the rear bumper. You guys saw that earlier. I'm gonna take off all these tents right here so we can remove the light. And then you have to remove them anyways because this bedside actually unbolts. You don't have to cut the bed up. You don't have to do anything crazy. But 22 each side?
I think it's like 20 or 22.
20 or 22 bolts, all 10s that hold this bedside to the bed. We're also going to take off these them T-shits right here. These 6 of those that hold the bed into place. And then we're going to be able to move the bed back a little bit so that he can start cutting and fitting the fiberglass on there.
You can tell on the paraffin or the wax gets in the threads.
Lubrication is key.
Poor man's liquid wrench.
We're doing a fucking a spell on the truck for good fortune.
We're removing all the bad juju. Yeah.
All right, Paul, that's all you.
Oh, let's see. Oh my God, this is never should be this tight. Okay, now try break it loose. Break it loose.
I think it's loose.
There we go. Wax always works.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
2 wrenches, a lot of hurt feelings.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, I don't blame you. I'm about to grab my NOS.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Oh shit! Look at that!
$3 brush.
Not too bad!
How's yours?
This has to come over right here, right?
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, let me see. Dustin, just hold the front. You can get all that dust and freaking dirt and crud on it.
That's the good stuff.
And nice and crunchy. It's so Loctite.
Is it so semi-tight with it? Semi-tight with it?
Oh no, this is lubricant. It's not Loctite.
Oh no, I'm talking about like the.
No,
he's saying the dirt is Loctite.
Oh yeah.
All right, one side complete.
Well, no, not complete.
Paul, positive vibes only.
How about 40%?
We're ready. One side is ready for a jump.
40%.
40% ready for a jump. But you can see the thickness. That is a wide body. Party continues. So we are now bolted on. Put some hardware down there and then bolted along where the bed rails are going to go, as well as 2 bolts on the inside. Now we have to start putting it back together, all your tailgate stuff, and then cutting and fitting everything we need to do for the light mounts, and then putting the bed back, obviously, because it's still 6 inches back. Everything's going great.
There you go.
Okay. Problem is fitting the tailgate currently. There's fiberglass everywhere.
That's as good as it's gonna get. Rattle? Oh, much better. Much better. So, for those of you at home, this is what you do not do. Notice there's no safety glasses.
The eye's right in there.
And we're wire wheeling our bolt, all the junk and mud out of the thread. Okay, safety glasses, folks.
Put your eyes right in it. All right, one step closer. Paul, why does it seem like it took less time yesterday, or less time today than it did yesterday? George, you made the difference.
Gracias, señor.
You got us out of here.
Welcome.
You're getting us out of here quicker. Potentially.
Yeah,
Potentially. Yeah, I know.
We're not done yet.
Something to keep in mind when it comes to fiberglass is everything's not going to fit perfectly. You can see lights, a big old gaping, big old gapper right there. And then watch, if you want to close the tailgate, you can show the people. So it's not the most perfect of fit. It's flat right there. The body line is kind of eh. And then over here, I mean, more or less the same thing. Oh, this one needs to come out again. It's doing the bubble gump again. And there it is. Gas door. Making noises. Very good. Bumpers back on. It's all tied together. It's all good to go. Reverse cop truck. All right, continuing build progress on the Tacoma for King of the Hammers. We are less than a week away, and we have so much to do. Where we've left off, fiberglass is mounted. It's all good to go. We're getting ready for the wrap coming tomorrow. But this is what we're doing right now. We're at Antonio's Tires, by the way. That's our spot. Got ourselves some brand new Yokohama Geolander XMTs. This is the hardcore rock crawler tires. Trying something new. I know we've traditionally ran with the Thunderers and everything like that, which, I mean, dude, these Thunderers, great tires. I still highly recommend them. But in the interest of expanding our operation as well as getting some new things out, you know, and new information and trying new things and getting you guys more information, we're trying something different, trying something new. So that's where these are going to come in. But now the fun thing about these is 37, 13 and a half, 17-inch wheel. These are huge, which means after the wrap and before King of the Hammers, we're gonna have to figure out some problems and some troubleshooting when it comes to rubbing and making these fit. So we'll get into that later, but got 5 of these on deck. And then we also have some Black Rhino beadlocks, hard alloys. Now these are fire, son. Look at this. So we're gonna have whatever the color of the wrap is. You guys don't know that yet. We're gonna have the wrap, pitch black tires with some silver beadlocks. This is gonna look fire. So I'm really looking forward to this. Now, what we're doing is just leaving the tires and wheels here while we go get the truck wrapped, and then come back, pick these up, and then I'll mount them at my house because I'm gonna have to, like I said, figure out all these turning stuff and everything like that. So right now, just dropping them off, and then next time you see these will all be mated together and ready for some thrashing. Let's get it.
2,000 years later.
Welcome to nighttime. We are here. We're gonna get started on taking apart the Tacoma. F-150 George is back. He's
About to strip this truck.
About to strip this truck again, because we just stripped it down to do the bed sides and the front fenders, but we're gonna be tearing it apart again. Meets is on his way, and then by the time they get here, we're gonna open up the garage, pull the truck in, and get everything torn apart so that he can get started on wrapping it. To get it torn apart, the only thing we gotta do is move the bed about 6 inches back so we can wrap behind and everything. So we gotta take off these bolts again. And then we're gonna take off the rear bumper because I'm gonna be getting a brand new Outlaw bumper because this one is totally destroyed. And then we gotta take off our lights. And then in the front, we just gotta take off the front grille, as well as we're gonna take off the front bumper, just the plate. And then we're gonna take off this and this to get wrapped. So pretty dark right now. I mean, we're not gonna really record much in terms of the teardown process, but once Misa gets here and starts wrapping it, we'll get you guys a little bit of footage of that. And then should be fun. Let's get started. Woo! That's all you guys get. That's it. D. What's the D for? Comment below. Ooh, shit.
A few inches later.
Okay, so we're here checking out the wrap. I can kind of see it. Go for it. Show! Damn.
It's like the roof, man. A big ass Dirtnation on there.
Fuck. That is something. It is looking fucking fire, my dude. Oh, you did have to take this off.
Oh yeah, that shit. I don't know how the fuck you guys got that on.
Oh, it looks fucking sick. Look at the names. Look at everyone's names. Look at that. Whoa. Fucking, it says Dirtnation. That's us. Getting into crunch time. We are now 2 days away, I guess. I mean, I don't know. King of the Hammer is going on right now. Check out George's Instagram. He's been out there since today, and he'll be out there tomorrow. But me, stuck at home working. So after work, I'm going to continue work on the Tacoma, getting it ready for Saturday, which is the day that we'll be unveiling the Tacoma and the Gladiator builds at King of the Hammers 2021. So you guys saw last night how the truck looks, but I just want to do a quick walk around so you guys can see up close and personal kind of what's going on here. Misa, Illustrious Auto Styling, they did a terrific job on this build. Really impressed with the quality and really impressed with the design. Turis, we'll link him below as well. He's the one that helped out with the actual design of it. Now, our original design didn't really go as planned. We had a couple things that we were planning to do, didn't really work out, but Turis actually came up with this and really impressed with his idea on it. Kind of throws it back to the classic first wrap that we did on the Tacoma, but also gives it a kind of new, updated, you know, just fresh look. It looks so nice and so sweet. So names are actually printed on both sides, and then we have our wonderful sponsors, Weston on the other side, Super Winch, Muertos Black Armor Bed Mats, Antonio's Tires, Offroad Addicts, and AMS Oil. And then obviously the big Dirtnation with all of our logos and stuff. Up top, got the giant Dirtnation logo, and then we got some stickers to take off right there. But we got to continue with this build. There's a lot to do in the next couple days, and we don't have a lot of daylight left. So what we're going to get started with today is I got to put the bed rack back on. Also got to put on the bumper. Got a rear bumper in there somewhere. We have our tires that we got back from Antonio's Tires. Take a look, my dudes. Somebody say beadlocks? Look at these. So got to put on tires. Rear bumper, we have a new one to put on. Everyone say hi to Winchers. Got to put our, you know, our bed mat back in. In the next 2 days, front suspension, we'll talk about that once we start it, but we have front grille, front bumper, rear bumper, bed rack, wheels and tires with 2-inch spacers, and then just clean up the truck. And then there's gonna just be a couple other little doodads and things to do all around. So not gonna waste any more time. I gotta start with putting these back on, and then we'll go from there. Enjoy the shit show. All right, got our rack system back on. You can see on all 4 corners. And then we also put in the hardware because if you guys remember from our install video, these are a little tougher if this is already on here. So we went ahead and just put them on before we bolted the rack system on. And then we have our bed rack right here, which we'll put on once I get some help right now. But before we do that, I'm actually gonna primp our brand new Outlaw rear bumper. So this is the exact same bumper that we are running over here. Now, you can see why I maybe needed a new one. This bumper took a beating over the last couple months. It's been about 9 months that this bumper's been on the truck, and it's the first thing to smack pretty much everything. So pretty impressed with the bumper. We're gonna keep riding with Weston in the Outlaw series. I know they have the Pro Mod bumper, which will match the front bumper that we have sitting over there that we got to put on, but Outlaw bumper with the high clearance hitch is the way to go for what we're doing. So we're also going to get the hardware ready to get this mounted, and we'll put both of these on at the same time. Why am I out of breath? I'm fat, that's why. Birria tacos, let's get it. I bet you guys would love if I dropped out on my head. Keep holding your side up, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go higher. Let's go above the truck. It's low. Yeah. Fuck, that scratch is easy. All right. Just gonna bolt it in. And then rear bumper and roof rack, or bed rack. It's always a roof rack, but it's a bed rack. And those are on. Very good. Okay, working on the front grille now, because this one was taken off completely in order to wrap it. I'm still going to be using our HDX grill. No problems with it. I mean, why? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay. Looks good. Cool. Ready to go back on the front of the truck. All right, now that we got the grill on, up next, we're going to be installing a new set of ditch lights. So we're going to go to this much bigger floodlight right here. We used to have the square ditch lights, which, I mean, those work just fine, but these are a little bigger, and they also have a bunch of LEDs, and I like that it's circle too. I like the floodlight design. So we're going to roll with these for a little bit, and these should just bolt right in. No problems here. You got your mounting hardware on both sides, and we'll just go on and bolt all the other ones. It comes with a wiring harness too, which we can use this for some other stuff. So we'll throw that to the side. Okay, I'm gonna start taking this one off. Put that right there. It goes through right there. And then now the fun part of putting this on while simultaneously putting the nut on. I mean, I just did it right now, so So I'm going to put this the same as the other one. Light is good to go. I'm going to hook it up real quick, show you guys how they actually turn on. Bada bing, bada boom. Feed them underneath right here. Unplug this. Feed that underneath. Look at that. Plugs right in. Like I said, plugs right. There we go. Jesus. Oof. They are plenty bright, looking good. I like them. Very nice. All right, all wrapped up for today. Got some pretty good things done. We got the rear bumper, we got the rails, as well as the bed rack, and then the front grille, and then our ditch lights. Tomorrow what we're gonna have to do is put on our Weston HDX steps. Sorry, those are just the triple tube steps or whatever. And then we have to put our front bumper back on, and then we have to work on suspension, and then wheels and tires probably Saturday morning when it's not raining. But we'll continue tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. All right, last day, hopefully, of King of the Hammers prep for 2021. Now, we left off yesterday, finished up the rear, and we still have the front bumper to do. We did the floodlights on the front, and then we got quite a few things to do. We got to work on front suspension. We got to mount our tires. We got to possibly do the rear bump stops if I have time, and then we got to do the side step slider majiggers, and then kind of go from there. So I got to clean up my garage a little bit. I'm going to move our big ass Yokos out of the way so that I can pull in the Tacoma a little bit, because now the problem is, because it is raining, I'm gonna have to be working inside. the plan was to go to Off-Road Addicts, but I also have Themo coming to pick up his Jeep. So I have to be here to take care of that. So thanks, Themo. You ruined something else. Just kidding. Love you. Anyways, I'm gonna get started. Let's clean up real quick, pull this in. Everyone say hi to Winchers, and then we'll get started. All right, okay, let's talk suspension. So I had ordered a long travel kit from Solo Motorsports, but being that this is a pandemic and everything going on, the parts from them, the parts from King is all 8 to 12 weeks out. So in the meantime, we got to clear these tires and we got to make it happen. So we're gonna be doing that with a 2-inch spacer in addition to our Bilstein. Now, yes, I'm not a fan of spacers. I don't condone this for off-roading, and I don't condone this for anything other than mall crawling, street driving, everything like that. But I'm gonna do it in the meantime just to clear these tires to drive it. And then we'll have to do some other things in here, which that is yet to be known until we put on the tires later today. But in the meantime, we're gonna be using these to get as much of a lift as possible. Now, the good thing is, our upper arms, because they are a uniball, it shouldn't struggle too much. It's not going to put too much pressure on it to be at a high angle like that. So I'm not too worried about it. Plumber's actually here. You see his boots. You see him doing a little stomping. So he's working on that side. I'm working on this side. We're also going to be changing out the axle in here. This is the one that we actually broke in Las Vegas. So this is like the cheap Chinese knockoff one that I usually use as a spare. So I have an OEM one right here that I had rebuilt. And we're going to be putting that in just so that the axles are as strong as possible and ready to snap like toothpicks with the Yokos. So we're going to continue. At least it's Panda. It's not that bad. Bring it down. Okay, that's good.
Easy peasy.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh.
Up next is our 2-inch spacer. Now, this is going to help clear those tires a little bit better. Now, the good thing is I did get hub centric. And then if you look at the old ones, a little bit bigger. This is a 125 and been running these for about 2 years and some change. And I mean, honestly, they've held up pretty well. These are going to go on Winchers. So I'm going to put these on. Same deal. They're going to go on just like that. Now, the other thing with those is they come with these acorn style nuts. But what I ended up doing was going to a wheel shop or a tire shop or whatever you want to call it, and I got ones with extended threads so that they grab just a little bit more in there. That way it's as safe as possible.
One eternity later.
Everybody welcome Themo back.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, Themo's here to pick up his Jeep. We're gonna try and mount these 37s now, and I want you guys to just wish me luck, that's all.
This is a moonshine.
¿Ya ves? Hijo de la chingada.
Okay, drop it.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Positive.
Nope. Go.
Wait, how did you turn? There you go.
Is it dropped?
Yeah.
It clears. That thing's tall. All right. Drop it.
Oh.
That's dropped?
Yep, that's dropped.
That has... Wow.
Yeah. We're mock crawling for sure.
That's stiff as
Let's go to SEMA.
Escort me to SEMA, baby.
Go to SEMA deal.
All right, let's do the start and turn here.
That's the Taco and that's my Jeep. Same size. Look at that. Hijo de la.
Spacers, baby.
A ver, turn it.
That's not bad.
No. boy. I think that was normal.
All right, I'm gonna put the diff drop kit in real quick. It's gonna need it. Save my
here you
axles a little.
You're live, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dirtnation Offroad. So today, 37s.
529, blah blah blah. All that
Dude,
good stuff.
529s isn't impressive with 37s.
Ooh, why not? I got 513s on mine, and they're 40s.
And your shit has some get up. I don't know why.
It's Fiat. Fiat, baby.
Dude, that JK motor actually does some work.
Mini
But your
van motor.
starter also sounds like a chicken dying when...
Hey, that's an AutoZone starter.
I can tell, bro. You know why? You know I can tell?
Why?
Because my Honda starter is an AutoZone starter. It sounds the same bullshit.
Hater. So what is that? 1.5?
That's a 125.
1 1/4. How wide are you going?
No, I'm going the same. I'm keeping it the same. I'm just changing the, look at, longer threads
Oh,
for safety.
so you're not going wider in the back?
No, because I don't think, I will if I have to, but I think the tire is going to hit right here if I go wider.
Nah. Why you being
What
a
do you
wussy,
think,
bro?
Plumber?
Why you being a wussy, bro? Just throw
It's a
the
match.
thick. That's thick. What do you mean you're not going wider? That's way wider.
Yeah, but I think it's going to hit right here when it
Bro,
flexes.
just try it.
That's not gonna make a real difference. Throw it on. It's a half
Yeah,
inch.
dude, come on.
1.5 to a 2 inch.
Stop being of a J.
All of a sudden.
Why do you want to look narrower?
Yeah.
Because,
Be thin boy, not thick boy.
damn, Plumber's using my own lingo.
Own up to it, huh, Plumber?
Damn, Plumber's out here owning it.
Yeah, you can't pretend say thick boy, and then fucking.
Have you
go.
seen this build? This is all pretend right now. I'm not going anywhere.
YouTube loves pretend. Tell me I'm wrong.
What?
YouTube loves pretend. Oh, I
Just
know.
the business accounts.
Damn, look, you working.
Yeah, I have new bump stops, so I'm not gonna have time to put them on. Shout out to Sumo Springs.
Sumo Springs? Why?
I'm
Oh,
not gonna have
because
time to do it because I have to take off this, put on the flip kit, and then put them on. But I don't think I'll have enough time to do that.
tiny. Damn, fool, you balance your tires? Woo-hoo.
Tire guy did it.
Damn.
Shout out to Antonio's tires right here.
What's balancing?
Oof, oof, look at when you have a.
It would be nice to have your name on the truck. Mi fotito. Oh, look.
Spare at the bottom.
Mira.
Yeah.
Mira, quién vino. George.
2.0.
Let's see your reaction.
Hold on, let me see it. Let me give it like.
Okay.
God damn. What the f?
Hi.
Hold up.
Hi.
You got a little bit more poke on these fenders.
What do you mean?
Look at that. God
You like Bondo?
damn.
You like Bondo?
Looks like freaking Shasta. Coke Shasta.
Oh,
This is a Shasta.
this is like the Shasta of trucks.
Shout out to Egypt.
Damn. Sas perro, way. Look at that shit.
Rough.
Got some bling bling. Not bad. What'd you say about it?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Here you go, Thor. You shit, man.
Look at all the dirt.
Did
Is it on the hub?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's on the hook.
There you go, man. Dude, yeah.
It's okay, I like noise.
Until you don't.
My rock lights on.
Oh, full mall crawler.
Find your family.
Yellow? White?
Damn.
Oh my god.
It turns just enough.
You should have said it's Britney, bitch.
The semi-finishing touches on the front bumper. By the way, we put the front bumper on. And then I'm going to put this on crooked. There's supposed to be a different type of badge, but this is what I have.
Don't mess up.
Eso?
Dang, it's so shiny.
Like the rest of the fucking truck? Staying alive. Staying. You get the joke. He gets the joke. He's being a hoto. You get the joke.
Do you get the joke, bro? Do you
No.
get it? I don't get it, bro. It's wrenchy.
Requires some explanation.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't get the office joke when they're doing the fucking beats
Oh.
per minute.
Yeah, okay. Got it. A little late. But yeah.
The fucking whoosh, right above your head.
Yep.
12 seconds later.
All right, good morning. Today is the day. We're out of King of the Hammers. There's the road right there going into Hammertown. We are all wrapped up with the build for now. Now, there's a couple things we're gonna have to get taken care of. Obviously, we don't have any sliders on there. We ended up putting the steps on last night. Decided not to. We're gonna roll with the same sliders anyways, so we're gonna get those cleaned up and put on. And then front suspension, like I said, we're gonna be going the long travel kit from Solo Motorsports. But here she is, 100%, 99% complete. By the way, there's Dan, Daniel, and George. They're over here. But just giving you guys a quick walk around. There it is. So that's pretty much all I have for this video. You guys have already seen the unveiling and everything right now. We're gonna go actually do that right now. This is our first day out at King of the Hammers, and we're gonna be heading in there, doing the unveiling in about a couple hours, showing everybody the build and everything. We did our shakedown run, which was the drive here. You know it's always good when you do your shakedown run on the way to your event, but we're all done here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below if you have any questions or anything like that. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to channels, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Patreon. You also hit us up for shirts, hats, and hoodies, and all those other goodies at dirtnationoffroad@gmail.com. But we're all done here. We're going to be heading into Hammertown. You guys enjoy the show. Let's get it.